What's up, ladies and gentlemen? Ross the Boss coming at you with an all-new Let's Play Hearts of Iron 4. We are about to have another massive war on our hands. We already have 29% world tension, so I am expecting the German Reich to declare war on Poland very soon. Looks like the purge was successful. Time to hang up the axe. This will remove the national spirit penalty, and of course I believe that will bring us up 5%. Talented new officers lowers the penalty from officers purge. That means our research rates will go up drastically. Looks like we have now bypassed Smersh. Does not have national spirit Trotsky plot. We have bypassed you. Remove the national spirit Trotsky's plot. We now have the ability to gain partisan suppression, which grants effective partisans on us negative 20%. And it looks like all of the infrastructure here that in our newly acquired land of Finland has been repaired. How are the constructions going? Looks like our radar stations have finished up. We are producing quite a bit of some naval dockyards now. I would like to have a very small war on Estonia, but I don't think I'm going to have that happen just yet. I really need to gain some air experience. Deploy units. You need to go somewhere. We are going to have you meet in Rostov. And here you are. These are very, very powerful units, so we are going to have to give you an assignment of your own. Actually, you can meet up with these tanks. You still have a very powerful general. I think we're going to have you all move here. Move from 8 to 10. And, of course, create an offensive line. We're probably going to take over a few territories from Poland. Let's delete that. We'll head right to Warsaw if we need to. Something like this. They are going to cross a river, but I think they'll be able to handle it. Our other 24 units will create... They already have a front line, so now we need an offensive line. Once again, going to do the same thing. As much as we possibly can. All of these mountainous provinces are going to be very tricky. Another 24 are going to sweep their way from the bottom all the way up. So, actually, we're going to edit this front line. And then have you go to an offensive line this direction. Something like that. And I'm expecting to annihilate Poland once the Germany decides to declare war. So it's going to be a gangbang from both sides. And, of course, we now have our 2 medium tank divisions. We also, let's go to our logistics mode. We have quite an abundance, 91,000 extra infantry equipment. We could easily use some of our army experience. Let's go into our production, our deployment interface. I want to rename these divisions. Is that even possible? It is. We are going to go with infantry. Rename. We now want to add recon, add a few infantry battalions. Okay, and very soon we are going to save this. This is going to require 12,800 manpower, more training time, more artillery, support equipment, and infantry equipment. So let's save this. I wonder how much infantry equipment we are going to lose. 52,000 infantry equipment. We have 91,000 available. So now we have a lot less manpower. They've all been put to the front lines. And of course, we now have quite a lot less infantry equipment. Still 40,000 is quite a bit. In the year 1939, we're going to have more infantry equipment. Because we're going to unlock level 2. Or I guess level 3 at this time. The PPSH, which is fully automatic. We are still working on our naval dockyards, and I believe very soon we're going to begin constructing some light cruisers. And your entire goal, it looks like you don't have any orders, is to just garrison this area. Guard forts, guard the airbase. I guess guard the coastline. That's the entire goal. Oh, whoops. And now you have plans. Unassigned divisions, once again. This very small tank never found a home. Looks like we have a lot of cavalry that never got to where they needed to go. You can be removed, I suppose. Eventually this will go away. How many unassigned divisions do we have? I should have utilized that earlier. I wasn't aware we had anything like that. There we are, and we've unlocked Women in Aviation, giving us quite a bit of experience. Now, we really need to acquire some rubber, but I don't think we're going to worry about that just yet. No national focus set. I think I'm going to unlock transpolar flights. But, yeah, we're going to get transpolar flights. We're going to annihilate Poland fairly soon. And we do have quite a bit of naval factories still being produced. And it looks like we are going to have a light cruiser every 2.6 years. And they have... I wonder why we can't see any, you know, production efficiency. I'm curious if that doesn't appear for boats. But anyway, cutting that time in half, 1.29 years. Modify our government once again. National unity. Daily democratic support or fascist demagogue. Don't want any of these. I want the communist revolutionary. But he has been purged. The national unity isn't bad. It means we don't die as often, but we're not going to die at all. I think we're going to unlock artillery designer. And very soon, possibly getting a military staff. And, of course, I think I might go ahead and try to produce about 10 more civilian factories as well. Or maybe even 11, so that way we'd have another queue of 15 always producing some sort of unit or some sort of structure. Though we do need more radar stations in Crimea. Defense and depth has been finished, and of course we now have some more additional support equipment. Let's go and start to unlock the PPSH. We are in the year 1939, or at least very close to it. Any other things in 1939? I could get better mountaineers. Might as well unlock a better recon company. And most likely going to be getting a better maintenance company very soon as well. I'm curious when the German Reich is finally going to take some territory from Poland. Danzig or war? There should be another 12 units about to be produced very soon. Looks like I was correct. If we go to our logistics map mode, we are looking for artillery. We have 5.5k artillery. Might as well go into recruit and deploy, edit our infantry once again, and add a small amount of artillery to every single infantry unit that we have. This is going to require... It should... 60 artillery. This is going to require 5,112 artillery. Luckily, we do have 5,500. And now we have barely any artillery, but now all of our infantry are much more powerful with soft attack. Now we are going to go ahead and try to find our air divisions. Possibly putting more and more air units inside Aland here. We really want some naval bombers. And it looks like the only thing that we have available is strategic bombers and interwar fighters. All of you can head over for the time being. And we really want to produce a lot more air units as well, but we really need rubber. And of course, we could take it from, you know, China or France or Great Britain. I really just don't want to risk another massive war. Another unassigned division. Is it because we have 12 produced? It is German Reich claims Memel. I believe you got another couple... it looks like you just got this province as well. With German forces on their border poised to attack, Lithuania has given in a German ultimatum demanding the surrender of the old Prussian territory of Memel. It was passed to Lithuania by the Treaty of Versailles, but has now been reintegrated into the region of Otopressum. Have we yet reached the extent of German territorial ambitions in Europe? Experts are doubtful. Another batch of maps has been made obsolete. And once again, we do need another national focus. I think we are going to get an ongoing ocean navy. This will give us a better battlecruiser. And I believe... What was the other one? Solvetsky Soyuz class. What exactly is that? Here we are. It is another type of battleship, which is very nice to see. I'm not sure if I said battlecruiser earlier, because battleships are far more efficient. And we are still at 29% world tension. We're really going to need to start producing a lot more tanks fairly soon. So maybe... if we go into our production map mode, obviously we have quite a bit of naval dockyards now being produced, starting to pump out a few light cruisers. The fall of Nanjing, a significant development. I think what we'll do is we'll put 10 naval dockyards in Leningrad, and of course another 10 naval dockyards, creating another light cruiser inside this province. That's odd. Excuse me. They're all going to Leningrad, so we need you to go to Sevastopol. I was mistaken. Or Crimea. So now we have another research slot available. We are now in the year 1939. We are going to improve decimetric radar. And, ooh, advanced machine tools. Absolutely need this. That means we get a lot more efficiency for the exact same price. Low manpower. I don't think I'm going to have to worry about that for the time being. We have another 12 units that need to be put somewhere. We're going to have you move to the Western European front. Create a very small front line here. And have you move as quickly as you can to this area. Give you some sort of leader. Max Rider. And from what it looks like, we need to improve as many plans as we can. 8th of March, 1939. I really want to take over more land from Poland. Looking at our production, it looks like we aren't producing any strategic bombers, possibly because we don't have any military factories. We also want to produce a few naval bombers, but we are not only going to need civilian factories very soon. I would like to get about 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Let's go with 12 just in case. And then after those 12 are completed, we are going to be pumping out as much military units as we can. Most likely going to be tanks, most likely going to be a few other units such as aircraft. Okay, we aren't going to be finished with this for a very long time. And I am going to need some additional radar. You build here, you build here. And you build here. Looks like Japan is slowly making some strides. I'm surprised that China has held up this well. Insufficient resources, most likely the rubber. And if we look at our production map mode, we are producing a light cruiser for every year. So much for peace. Looks like we have an ocean-going navy. The fate of Czechoslovakia. Zog submits to Italy. Well, now Czechoslovakia has been annexed. All that is left is Slovakia. Albania here has been seceded by Italy without any war at all. This is going to be a very dangerous Europe fairly soon. I'm a little also worried that we don't appear to have enough of a garrison on Turkey and Iran. We might need to put some additional units in when we can. Also, I would like to see if we have any additional tanks. Are they about to be recruited? They are. No national focus. Let's go ahead, found the PCDI, giving factory conversion costs minus 20%. It's going to be nice to see. And I don't believe we are actually producing any, cavalry units, so I think we need a few of those. Unlimited. Let's go with 4. Have them all meet up inside. I don't want it to be Moscow. Let's have them all meet up inside this port. And the primary goal is I'm going to need quite a bit of military police to essentially break down the suppression inside Poland. Modify our government. And I think we also want to create some sort of field commander. Field marshal. That way they can have unlimited troops instead of just 24, which is one of the benefits. Improved decimetric radar. Now going into industry, unlocking concentrated industry 3, giving max factory outputs, improved dockyard improvement, and max factories in the state. Modify our government. Once again, I think I would like to get some sort of close air support. Ace generation, ooh, paradrop. Can't get capitalist ship expert. What about army regrouping? No. Enemy air support minus 10% could be quite nice. I think we're going to get concealment expert. And really, we are gonna need some planes. We have finished our recon company. Let us now upgrade maintenance companies. And I might even get logistics companies fairly soon as well. I am just waiting. This is going to be a very slow start, as you can see. But we are waiting for the German Reich to declare war on Poland. They are very big and very massive as it is. But, yeah. I'm curious if we can even defeat them. Open country list. I really wanted to see how many troops they have, but I'm not sure how to do that. Here it is. Details. They have anywhere between 70 and 174,000 troops. They have 80 factories, some dockyards, and of course some naval forces. Almost about 3,000 planes. We're going to need to produce a lot more. Let's look at us. I don't know how to look at ours. Very sad. Oh, of course. Go to our construction. We have more factories than they do. Not sure if we have more men than they do, though. We currently have... I don't know how to figure this out. Yeah, it would be under recruit and deploy, probably. Well, all I know is that we have a lot of men as it is. Easily 200,000, so we have a lot more men than they do, but of course they have a lot more planes. Hopefully we can produce as many as we can very effectively and very efficiently. Let's go to our construction map. We are still working on quite a bit of civilian factories. About to have possibly another civilian factory pumping out as quickly as we can. Getting a 5th line of industry. Menguku has capitulated. Uncertain times. Italy pursues closer bonds with Germany. Italy and Germany have expressed many conflicting interests, particularly in Austria and the Balkans. This has not, however, prevented the countries' foreign policies growing ever friendlier towards each other, and negotiating are underway for a pact that will protect common interests. If negotiations are successful, we could see an alliance that will be able to exert great influence in Central and Eastern Europe. Italy has joined the Axis. Okay, the Molotov-Ribbentrop Pact. The German Foreign Ministry has proposed a non-aggression pact between our two nations. This treaty will greatly increase our mutual trade, and an additional secret protocol suggests the division of Eastern Europe into German and Soviet spheres. While the fascists in Berlin may not be trustworthy, this pact will allow us to deal with Finland, the Baltic states, and Romania without fear of outside interference. The eastern territories of Poland will also befall to us in the event of Polish collapse. Ooh. I think I am going to sign the treaty. Even though they absolutely hate me, we are going to gain quite a few claims on a variety of different states. So my next goal now is to bring all of these 5 into these areas as well. We now have 14. Division assignment mode has been moved. Our new 12 troops can get some sort of general. And, of course, we are going to get Vasily Chuikov. Frontline. I really want to take out Estonia when I can. Create an offensive line. If I can do this correctly. Whatever, we'll try something like that. Oh my gosh. This is so bad. We'll do something like that. And it looks like estimated plan value -70%. Molotov-Ribbentrop Pact Diplomats from Germany and the Soviet Union concluded what observers are describing as a historic agreement today with the signing of the Molotov-Ribbentrop Pact, named after German Foreign Minister Joachim von Ribbentrop, and named after German Foreign Minister, his Soviet counterpart Vyacheslav Militov. This non-aggressive pact stimulates that neither side will ally itself to nor aid an enemy of the other. Foreign diplomats warn that this treaty effectively gives Germany a free hand to wage war in Europe without having to fear a Soviet intervention. A toast to our new German friends. The PPSH-41 has finally been produced. Now we have to improve all of our infantry equipments to now infantry equipment level 2. We have 80,000 infantry equipment as it is. We are now going to unlock another national focus, either anti-fascist diplomacy or anti-capitalist diplomacy. I don't think we're going to pick just yet. What if we were to get transformation of nature, giving me quite a bit of rubber, and political power? I would love to see that. It is not 1940, so we can't unfortunately get our new air units, but I think I am going to just unlock Marines for the heck of it, in case we do have to finally invade Gotland. Okay, I'm wondering, because we now have claims on Estonia, or at least we should, is it possible to declare war? Oh my goodness. Am I really going to screw this up? State owner Estonia. Justify a war goal. Take the claimed states. You can see here that it will only cost 120 days versus 220 days. So we'll see how this works out. I hope I'm doing this correctly. And very soon, I believe, and the 12th of October, 1939, we are going to have another war against Estonia. Might as well also fabricate a war goal on Latvia. Let's go with this state, 165 days. It's going to be nice owning Riga. All of you, looks like you never did make it. Create an offensive line. Taking over Riga as well. You know what? I think what we're going to do is we're going to delete this line and make it look somewhat nicer. So that way we ensure that we do the correct... press Latvia. Latvia cannot expect to withstand the might of the Red Army. If we send them a demand for basing rights and control of their border security, we can effectively annex them without fighting. Send them the ultimatum. I think we will. Hopefully they'll allow that to happen. France bans communism, doing all they can to keep the bourgeoisie in power. Create our offensive line. Something like this. And I'm hoping Latvia will eventually just, give themselves to me. Creating a very powerful sphere of influence. Talented new officers lower the penalty from officers purged once again. Looks like it is down to positive 6%. Joseph Stalin questions Latvian sovereignty. Latvia submits. You are now socialists. Okay, well that was perfect. Now all of these units have nowhere to go. Let's create a front line here. We are really going to need to start producing tanks as quickly as we possibly can. Of course, we're still producing some of our civilian factories. Do we have any extra units available? We do not. Press Estonia. Send the ultimatum. And let's go ahead and justify a war goal on Lithuania, I believe. That's why. I was clicking myself. Justify a war goal. Take the claim states. I need 19 political power. Anyway, this episode has gone on long enough. Thank you all so much for joining me. I hope you all are having an awesome day, and I will see you in our next adventure.